Good morning, everyone. All right, we're gonna do the big 65th Street walk. We're gonna be walking in this direction for 3 miles. We are on the intersections of 65th Avenue P and McDonald Avenue. And this is where the Avenue P train station is for the F. And this is where 65th Street pretty much ends. So we're gonna start our walk, but one little interesting little fact here, we are on the corner of 4 neighborhoods. So right now I am officially standing in Bensonhurst. Continuing down this way will get you into Midwood. Going to the right down McDonald Avenue will take you into Gravesend. And on that corner is Mapleton. So those are the 4 neighborhoods that touch on this corner. We are going to go up 65th Street, which is a very busy truck route. This is a route that comes off of the Gowanus, which is where we're walking to. We're going to be ending the walk pretty much where the cars get up onto the Gowanus over there on 65th over by 6th Avenue. So this will be a long walk. I think what I'll do is to start off, we'll get on this side. Now you can see this is a very big street. This right here is Day Hill Road. You can take this into Mapleton and Borough Park. And I guess here we go. I have the sun on my back, which is actually the best thing for the camera. Now, 65th Street is mostly residential, but it does have times where commercial mixes in. But when we get up to, say, the Fort Hamilton Parkway 9th Avenue area, it's going to turn pretty much mostly commercial. Now, there is one significant sight to see on this walk, and that'll be towards the end. Well, it won't be towards the ends, but when we get up to like Dyker Heights, past 13th Avenue, we're going to be passing by the Basilica of Regina Pacis. Very well-known church, known to have some well-known weddings and funerals. Today the weather it's a nice day. It is right now 70 degrees and with a nice breeze. here we are crossing 24th Avenue. A long time ago, not a long time, but maybe around the beginning of this year, we did a walk on 23rd and 24th Avenue, but on the like far, like in this direction. But this is where I had said that 24th Avenue and 23rd Avenue break up and then they continue. This is where they continue over here. So there is a 24th Avenue down here. You can hear the parrots. There are parrots living in the trees down here. People let them out and they wind up thriving. What happens sometimes is they build those big nests on the poles where the transformers are because of the heat, and it causes fires. And I want to say back in 2006-07 time frame, we had a lot of them all over Brooklyn, and they had to go around and start removing all the nests. There was so many fires being caused by the nests. Let me do a check on my camera because I did not do the check. Let me get past the leaf blower. The camera's going to wig out for a second here. All right. It's one thing I didn't do when I started the walk. I didn't check the camera. You can see this area here that we're walking by, passing by a lot of grocery stores, fruit stands. Got a bike shop over here. And then over there is the fire department, engine 330, ladder 172. I believe it's ladder 172. Not too sure. Here we are on 23rd Avenue. Waiting for the light. Or maybe not. And you can see 23rd Avenue goes down pretty far down there, but it's blocked on our left side. It's West 5th Street over here. You can see everyone is opening up. By the way, it is just before 10 a.m. we start this walk. Sicilian Soccer and Billiards Renting and Repairs Corp. So this might look familiar. When we did the West 6 walk, I feel like it was a couple months back. This is where we ended, right here. It's also where we ended the Bay Parkway walk right before then. So like this is pretty much a familiar spot. And I think that was when I had said, you know, one day we got to walk on 65th Street. The 65th Street is could be an interesting walk. We're about to get across Bay Parkway right now. You gotta watch these cars because they want to just jump around the turn. I am not walking my really fast speed that I was walking on the last one when we did 14th Avenue, but I am walking at a good clip. The good thing is I got the wind coming right into me, so it's nice and cool, but the sun on my back is pretty hot. Looks like she's blocking the sun. This is the N train run, or is this, I always forget if this is just the Brooklyn Queens Railroad right underneath us or the N line. Let me check. I can't raise the camera over them. Yeah, it's the N line. So we're walking over the N line right now. Like that green fence over there is where the other side of the tunnel is. Now, a good portion of these houses are attached up 65th Street, so. You'll see two and then a space, two and a space. Sounds like that cut in the street. Yeah, they're cutting the street over there. They do those cuts to contain where the digging is going to be. So they come in, they do the cuts. And then they will jackhammer or dig out that spot. I said earlier, this is a truck route, so you're going to see a lot of truck traffic on this stretch of road. When we get up to When we get, the closer we get to like Fort Hamilton Parkway and we get over to 9th Avenue, that's when it's really going to pick up with traffic, all types of traffic. It gets really crazy. So for the most part, it's, there go some more parrots. For the most part, it's not going to be that noisy right now. But when we get up there, it's going to change. Looks like they're doing some work in here. "20th Avenue," and yes, we are going all the way up to 6th Avenue. Now, 65th Street doesn't necessarily end at 6th Avenue, but it does start to get intersected a lot. Gets, broken up a bit. Gotta watch this guy. I was saying that we're going to end over by 6th Avenue. Maybe we'll go past it. I'll decide at that moment. I'll look at the time, but most likely we're going to be ending there or 5th Avenue. But what happens is you're going to see when we get down there, it's going to be like it's where the Gowanus comes down on the ramps. And you start to get that overpass. And there have been a lot of pedestrians struck by cars down there. It is a dangerous crosswalk. Nice home here on the corner of 19th Avenue. Now this block is going to be a block where you see a lot of nice homes, big homes. That's why I picked this side. The other side is smaller, two-story type, but this side is like some big homes. There's a very nice breeze hitting me. I don't know if you can hear it. I got the windscreen obviously on the mic, so. You know, I've just now noticed that tree up there. Look at that big tree that's behind those houses. That's a big tree. This is on 16th Avenue. I am stopped because the light just changed and I'm waiting for people to go through before I make my move. Here we go. Doing a little camera check here. We had a little bit of an issue before, and that is why you might have noticed there was a little bit of a fade-in transition a little while back. So I had to shut the camera off, turn it back on, and I just stopped it. I stopped walking right at that spot. So. Coming up on New Utrecht Avenue. So 15th Avenue right here, and then New Utrecht Avenue. I'll tell you, you'll see a lot of these guys here. A lot of these guys are standing around waiting for a van or a truck to pick them up so they could do undocumented work. This has been going on for a long time. This is not something new. This has always been a big spot where everyone hangs out. I mean, going back as far as when I was a kid. So I know we have the migrant situation going on in the country, but it hasn't gotten worse down here. I mean, still the same amount of people that you'll see standing around on the corners. This is like a pickup point where people will grab somebody for labor. That's why you see a lot of these guys hanging out. This is the 7-Eleven. New Utrecht Avenue. You can see it's very busy over here. A lot of commercial stuff going on. This might look familiar. On our last walk, we went right through here. This is the Burger King on the corner of 14th Avenue and 65th Street. Now we're walking up 65th Street. I think this is where I said, too, the other day, it was like, yeah, the next walk will be 65th Street. So here we go. This truck says he's going to turn, so I'm going to trust him. And we're coming up on the church. And at this point, we are now leaving the Bensonhurst area, and we are entering into the Dyker Heights area. It's pretty much Bensonhurst and Dyker Heights. We're walking on the end of it, on the north end of it. To my right, if we cross over and continue that way, pretty much that's Borough Park right there. So, you know, we're right on the borderlines here. Here we are at 13th Avenue. Unfortunately, I have lost track of how long we've been walking because I had to reset the camera a couple of blocks back, and that resets the clock. So. So this right here we're coming up to is the Basilica of Regina Pacis, and it is a church, but it is designated as a basilica, which is granted by the Pope. It basically gives the church special privileges. It was granted the status of basilica back in like 2012. I remember it was right after Hurricane Sandy, I believe. The church has been around since I want to say 1938. It's a beautiful church, really big church, very popular in the neighborhood. That very high chapel tower with the cross on top. As you can see, as we're getting close to Fort Hamilton Parkway, it's gonna really, I would say traffic has already started to pick up, but it's gonna get ridiculous when we get over by 9th and 8th Avenue. So. We got the PS 187 to my right here, the Krista McAuliffe School. For those who might not know, but most of you should remember, Krista McAuliffe was the teacher that was on board the shuttle disaster in 1986. Challenger. I actually was watching that live. I had, I always tell the story. It was the day before my father's birthday, and I had to be home because I had pink eye. I don't know how I got pink eye, but I had to stay home for a couple of days. And because she was going to be the first teacher to go to outer space, pretty much every school in the country was tuning into it and stuff. And I've always been really big into space and stuff since I was a little kid, so we were watching it live when it happened. All right, we're on 11th Avenue. I'm gonna wait for this light to change. All right, so we are on 11th Avenue. We're getting close to where everything just gets very busy. Now eventually we're gonna have to switch over to the other side of the street. Got a motorcycle. But yeah, we're gonna have to switch over to the other side of the street. And you can see there's still a lot of residential homes, but that's gonna change once we get pretty much into the Sunset Park section shortly. Again, we're still going to be in Dyker Heights. I get this whole line, this whole roadway is really a borderline between the different neighborhoods. And I got some homes on the other side here. And you know what? I'm going to take it now. Since it's looks like there's a light. You see, we're gonna have to go a little uphill. The reason I'm getting on this side is because when we end the walk, we're gonna have to end on this side. You can't end on the other side because the other side where we're walking eventually goes away. That sidewalk goes away and becomes a roadway. All right, so we are at Fort Hamilton Parkway, and this is pretty much where everything gets very busy as far as traffic, and there's really no residential. I mean, we might pass some buildings that have some apartments, but here and there we might have a house, but it's this, from this point on, it's going to be a lot of commercial businesses. And we're gonna get stuck here at the light. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut that and I'll come back when we're cutting across. All right, here we go. I didn't have to wait that long. It was about a minute and a half. So we're going to see a lot of commercial places from this point on. Looks like they're selling refrigerators over here and stove and kitchen equipment. Get that big buffet restaurant over there. Ninth Avenue. See, we're cutting through a few pretty much we're cutting through every avenue we've walked in the past. We just did this one, I want to say a couple weeks ago. This is where the park is over here. I'd tell you this from here, from 9th Avenue up to 8th Avenue is, I ain't gonna lie, the streets are filthy over here. Jeez. That's a problem you have though when you have a lot of these, like this is all closed over here. There's nothing over here. So there's nobody here to pick up on the trash. No one cares. I'll tell you, when the walk started, it was around 70 degrees. It is not 70 degrees anymore. It's probably getting up there close to 80 now. So it's got much warmer. And I know somebody might say, well, that's because you've been walking for a while. But no, it is definitely because I can feel the sun. It's much hotter on my back than it was 30 minutes ago. And I could notice people are holes in their jackets. Eighth Avenue. We got the light. As you can see, the traffic is really picked up down here. I gotta wait for this guy. Sorry guys, I gotta wait. You guys could skip ahead. I'm not gonna stop the camera. There we go. Could stop the camera, but then that's another edit I gotta make. Now look at this stretch right here. This is a lot of businesses. We're getting close to the end of the walk. Now I feel sorry for the people that are walking in the opposite direction as me, because they're walking into the sun in their face and the wind is on their back. So when the wind's on your back, it's much hotter. Right now it feels great. There's a nice breeze hitting me. Okay, this is it. We're gonna get past 7th Avenue and we're gonna call it. I want to thank everybody for taking a walk. We're gonna end it in another block. This is where, so you're gonna notice right now, this is where the ramps start. We're gonna actually end it right where all the ramps are. And you'll see what I was talking about on the other side there. You're not gonna be able to walk. That's why I got on this side. And you can see the traffic. Everyone wants to get on the Gowanus over here. This is 7th Avenue. So I got a gas station here. Boy, did I give him a look. He was turning right. I mean, I would have stopped, obviously, but I'm like, should I just make it a point that this guy didn't even think to look? He's just turning right onto the sidewalk. And I gave him a look, and he was like, you could tell he was like, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. No shit, you didn't see me. So we're gonna end it here. Now 65th Street does continue on the other side there, but it only continues for like a block and then it gets cut again. It gets cut a few times now for the rest of the way, and there's really not much left of 65th Street at this point. That's why it's a good way to end it. You can see how busy it is down there, how dangerous it could be. I mean, I almost got killed by a car in a gas station, so. There's another gas station over here. There's a lot of gas stations because you got a lot of cars coming off, needing to refill. All right, so we finally did 65th Street. See that? I'm never gonna do it again though, so this is it. This is the walk. All right, guys, thanks for coming along, and we're gonna end it here. There we go, and this will be it. So take care, have a great day, and bye-bye. Catch you on the next one.